I am your tarot reader, and welcome to your June 2020 general reading. And the center of your reading, Leo, is the Strength card. This represents you. Listen, what can I say? For you to show up as the center of your actual reading, this makes me feel like you are in your absolute sun energy. You're charismatic, you're confident, you're courageous, you're loyal, you're trustworthy. Like everything you say, people are just eating it up. And it's also an encouragement that if you are not feeling those ways, if you are easily angered, it's encouraging you to seek your sun energy, right? So if you're angry, seek peace. If you're feeling like you're being accused of something, then seek loyalty, right? Turn that leaf of encouragement because you are in your element of Leo. And with this being a major arcana, we can expect this confidence and this being assured of yourself to last for a good little while. And I absolutely love it. And let's face it, Leo, when you are in your absolute sun energy, you are that lion on the field with the wind blowing through your mane, and it's majestic. Whew. I gotta calm down. All right, so let's go to your moon energy. And we have the Queen of Swords. And your moon energy is where our emotions are. It's where spirit is working in our favor, and or it's where we are resonating. And the next card in your moon energy is the Seven of Wands, along with the Empress. So Leo, I don't know if, with this being in your moon energy, this could be something that hasn't happened yet, or something that's happened in the past that you've been thinking about, but I don't necessarily see it happening in your future. So if this hasn't happened, then maybe this particular message isn't for you. But I feel like that we had to go to some sort of leadership. We had to go to some sort of like attorney or a person of, who's of authority, and you had to kind of plead your case as to why something happened, or as to why something didn't happen, or as to why something should happen. And it took a little while, for sure. It took a little while for you to get an answer, right, as far as the next steps. And your answer was okay, let's do it. This is that prosperity energy. It's that new birth energy. And that's important to say, because even though and some of us didn't get a full approval, you kind of got an approval with stipulations. Keep in mind that even though it was a yes, or even though it was a proceed, or even though it was a okay, let's try it this way, it's still it's not even in the infant stage yet. It's still like you're being watched to make sure that it's going how it's supposed to go. Because I feel like almost like that leadership, the people that you went to, or the person that you went to, it's like, you're not gonna make a fool out of me, okay? And even if that's relationship wise, right? And I'm not saying that your boo is the leader or the boss, but perhaps in this particular situation, because maybe we messed up, and we had to go and say, hey, we had to go plead our case and say, can I have one more chance? If you're in the position to where you were given one more chance, please do not think you're in the clear, because you're not. You're still in the very pre-birth stages of it, to where it's still like, got my eye on you, Leo. However, I'm looking at your sun energy, and it is absolutely beautiful. You have the Ten of Cups with the Six of Wands and the Lovers card. So the Ten of Cups is the most beautiful family card, right? And it's the most loving. And that also speaks to that of the Strength card, but in the heart sector of feeling confident about your relationship, feeling confident about your family matters. Everyone's getting along, everyone's communicating properly. It's a very loving card. It's a very loving energy. So for those of you who probably aren't coupled up, perhaps the relationship that you're having with your siblings, with your you know, your mother, your father, uncles, aunts, it just feels really beautiful and blissful. And then for those of you who are some of us going public with the relationship? Because this is a very public kind of energy. This is a public, like, almost like an engagement is what I'm feeling, especially with it being coupled up with the Lover's card. So I don't know if you're going to be announcing like, this is my new boo, or you're going to have like this public display of, will you marry me sort of thing, or, you know, perhaps you're going to dinner with your family and you bring your boo and you're like, this is her, isn't she great? I feel like we're gonna do something a bit more public in that way. You know, in regards to work too. So I don't know if some of us are moving forward with a partnership, right? Or we have a new partner, right? So some of us don't necessarily have to be the owners, but it could be that the people that you worked with before, it's a different group of people, it's a new type of partnership, and that's going to be public as well. And it's going to be a real big hit, actually. You see, because the Lover's card, if you look at them, if you were to fold this card in half, they would pretty much mimic each other, the same but different, right? So there's a it's more than a collaboration. It's like, you know, we're on the same frequency. So it feels like it's going to be positive in that sense too. So if you are headed back to work, or you're headed back to a new office or a different office, and there's different people, it feels like it's going to be a good thing. Now, let's go to your immediate present. We have the Queen of Wands along with the Page of Pentacles. So, Leo, I feel like we're really thinking about our money, we're thinking about our finances, we're thinking about how do we build, right? I see you thinking about like a car, you're thinking about a bigger place, and perhaps it has something to do with some of us going public with a relationship. And you're like, okay, now there's going to be two of us, so we need a bigger place. Now there's going to be two of us, now I need a more trustworthy car because I can't have my boo out there, you know. When it was just me, it was okay, but now I have someone I have to think about, so I need a better car. I need to move forward with this business idea. When before it was just an idea, now I really have to get moving because I have someone else who's depending on me. Anyway, you get it. And with that Queen of Wands energy, and it's flanking that Strength card, right? These two energies here together, you talk about charisma. You can't help but look at this person at this point, right? Not only do they look good, they smell good, they're talking good, and you're just, you know, those people who maybe they typically aren't your type and you would typically, you know, not be really attracted to them. But for some reason, you can't take your eyes off of them. And I'm not saying Leo are not attractive, because all the Leos I know are very good looking. This is the truth. But I'm saying that's the energy you're gonna have. Like even on your worst day, when you're in your sweatpants and tennis shoes, it's gonna be like, hey Leo, how you doing? Just saying, Leo, I'm just saying. Thank you. So I am getting the message too here, especially in our moon energy, for some of us who are intimately involved. If you do not want to start a family, we need to make sure we are taking precautions that we are not trying to start a family, because it will happen on the first time. Just saying. Just saying. And for those of you who are trying, congratulations. Are some of you trying to adopt? It feels like, I feel like another sign got that too. Like I feel like adoption is also for some of you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a child. Maybe it's an adoption even for a pet. But I do feel like an adoption, like you have to fill out paperwork and you have to kind of defend your space that yes, you can indeed, you know, have a child. You indeed have a place where they accept animals. Like whatever the case, I do feel like there's some sort of adoption that you're going to be getting word on. Okay. Leo. Wow. This is amazing. So I expanded on the Queen of Swords and I got the full energy along with the Seven of Pentacles. You can see I'm like speechless because that is such beautiful energy. This work that you've been putting in, and I feel like some of you have really been investing your time, energy, education, money, and you've been patiently waiting like your turn and still putting the work in. You've been showing up and showing out, and it is going to put you in the position of your start. You see, the thing I love about the full energy is that zero, that it's a beginning and an ending. Because you never know what number you're on as far as the ending, right? But we always know that zero comes before one. So it's in that space between ending and beginning, and it's such a delicious energy because it's new and exciting. And it gives you an opportunity to mold it exactly how you want it to be molded for each step that you take. And look how bright yellow that is. It matches that strength energy. See that? You are surely in the sun aspect of yourself. Leo, Leo, Leo. So we have this Empress, because I just want you to see this layout that I saw that's leaving me speechless. You have the Empress with the Magician, with the World card. Are you kidding me? This is in your moon energy. Spirit is like rolling out the red carpet for you. So you have the full energy along with the Empress. These are all beginnings. These are all starts. These are all new births. This is the idea before the idea, right? We have the Fool who's just like, I'm out here living my best life. And then whoop, oh my gosh, all these ideas are coming to me. Great. And guess what? We're going to fertilize them and make them something great. And guess what? The timing is right. I'm not finished, Leo. I'm not finished. So I'm expanding on that Seven of Wands, right? Where we have to defend something, defend ourselves, right? We have to come up with a defense with receipts like, yes, it can be done. Yes, I can do it. And yes, I'm sorry I did. I'm not going to do it again. Like whatever the case. Oh, I'm out of breath. And this Knight of Pentacles, he's the slowest knight of them all, but he's so intentional and he's so purposeful, right? And he's so methodical. But he doesn't have time for anything else. That's how come he's so slow. Because each step, he's almost counting them. Because just in case you ask him, how many steps did it take to get here? 562. And then, Leo, we get the Chariot. Are you kidding me? Kidding me right now? This is Cancerian energy, but it's also that energy of very similar to the Strength card. This is inner strength. This is outer strength. You have both. You have it showing up as your center card, and you have this showing up in your moon energy. Kidding me right now? Not finished. And then you have the Ace of Swords. Leo, I don't know if you're about to invent, like world peace, whatever. I don't know. But this is absolutely amazing. I couldn't have laid out those cards if I had to look at them and pick them out myself. Your moon energy is amazing. Move forward. Whatever ideas you have, whatever innovations, whatever relationship. I feel like that every aspect of your life right now, whatever you want it to be, it's like you touch it, it's cold. Whew. Okay. Interesting. So now we're back into your sun energy. We're back in your ego. This is where you are seen. This is where I see you. And I expanded on that Ten of Cups, that beautiful family energy, that beautiful relationships are good and juicy and everything's fine. And I have the Knight of Wands and the King of Cups. So this lets me know that whatever direction we're going, whether it's business, family, new relationship, move forward with it passionately. This is the messenger, like, yes, I'm coming to say how much I love it and love you. And then with that Lovers card, which is interesting because, you know, the Lovers energy, because there are two people involved, it requires still a choice, right? You can't just say, hey, we're getting married. Excuse me? It's a, would you like to get married? And someone has the right to say yes or no, typically, right? So it's still a choice that needs to be made there. And that's what this is. You see, the Two of Pentacles is an energy of, I have majority of the information I need to make a solid decision. Which one do I make? Now, I am going to let you know, Leo, that for those of us who are offering, or those of us who are getting an offer, we have the Ten of Swords. Now, the energy that I'm getting from that is not one of something ending, an idea ending, but certainly the way of life that you had before will end. This is obvious, which is why you're thinking about your finances. You can no longer think like a single person. You can no longer think like a single owner. You can no longer think like it's just me. Because Leo, you do have the tendency to get in that energy of self, but in a different self way. Because I want to be sure that we don't have any cross watchers here and be like, see, Leo, I told you, selfish. Leos are about self because that's how they make themselves at their best for everyone else. It's like that energy of, you know, when you get on a plane and the stewardess is telling you how to put on the machine in the event that the plane starts to go down, they say, you know what, put the mask on yourself first because you are no good to anyone else if you put it on the person next to you. Because guess what? Both of you can go down. That's Leo energy. I'm taking care of me first so I can take care of you, so you can take care of them, and so you can take care of them. That's Leo energy. And when I expand on that Six of Wands, I get the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So we have a ton of Pentacles here, and we have a lot of nines and a lot of tens. Remember, we said we have beginning and endings because nines are endings and tens are beginnings. We talked about this in your moon energy, right? And nines are this, again, it's just a reflection of your strength card. This Nine of Pentacles, she's a very independent energy. She's a very confident energy because look at her. She's wearing a robe in the dead of summer with gloves on, and she's like, not sweating. And it took her a while to get there because, you know, there's a little snail around here. Where is it? Yes. There's a little snail right there, just a little reminder that you don't get here overnight. It takes a little time and patience and enjoying the journey. And this is the energy of creating financial stability. Again, very family oriented because it's just not for me. It's just not for Leo. This is for husband, wife, kids, grandparents. I want to create a legacy for us all. I want us all to be able to at least look back and say, Leo started something for us. And then I expanded and got the Six of Cups. Again, it's more nostalgic. And you know, I get that energy of, Leo, you're feeling like I dreamt of this. Since I was a young girl, since I was a young boy, I dreamt of where I am now. And I'm just realizing I've manifested this. It's like there's gonna be something that's gonna come up in your day-to-day, whatever, whether you're going to dinner or you go to purchase that car, you go to purchase that house, you get that job you want, you get that deal you want, you get that guy you want, you get that girl you want, like whatever the case. And you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, when I was a child, I thought of that and I have it. All right, so let's expand on your immediate present and see what's going on there, Leo. Interesting. So I expanded on that Queen of Wands, and I have the Emperor along with the Eight of Wands. And because we have the Emperor and the Queen of Wands, I mean, that's kind of like, you talk about power couple. That is the ultimate power couple right there, is the Emperor and the Queen of Wands. So again, whoever is your boo thing, you guys make quite the pair. And I feel like that because it is in your immediate present, we are going to be getting communication about that soon. So I don't know if you're going to be sending out invitations or doing Instagram posts or what have you. And for those of you who are business oriented and you are merging your businesses together, it's a perfect fit. We saw that with the Lovers card, right? You're in the same frequency. Again, it's the perfect combination. And the Eight of Wands is almost like the blessing that comes with it, because energetically it's powerful. Okay, and then I expanded on the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Cups along with the Nine of Swords. And you know what I get with that Nine of Swords is normally a card of anxiety. I don't get that. What I get, like, you're almost frippin' giddy. Like, that's how come you're raising out of bed. You're almost giddy. You're almost in tears. Like, I can't believe this is my life right now. I'm starting to tear up for you. So then I expand on the Strength card. And we have the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Cups along with the King of Wands. And with me expanding with the Strength card, right? The message here is, no matter how good it gets, do not get to that point to where you check out and think it's just smooth sailing. Okay? Because if you do that, you won't see the things that are not for you. You will not see the obstacles that can put a little wrench in what you've been trying to achieve. Don't get caught up with the caught up. Okay? And that King of Wands is that same energy. You know, when he's sitting on that throne, his energy is that of Aries. So it's that very cardinal starter kind of energy. But it's also one of protection and being protective. So you have to protect that inner strength that you have, that inner courage. And that courage is during those times to where people challenge you, because you're obviously going to be challenged, that you still remain calm, cool, and collected. All right, Leo, that's an absolutely phenomenal reading. I got emotional. We're going to choose your angel card now. And my love, you got the flexibility. I love that. And you need to be flexible to maintain that part of strength, to call on that courage. You have to remain flexible. You have to remain bendable, right? Because if you don't, you will simply just snap. And believe me when I tell you this, because you in all your glory and you looking good, smelling good, and it's just like, who is that, Leo? There are gonna be some haters, and they're gonna be just looking forward to the day you just snap. Don't let them. Stay flexible. Listen, Leo, I absolutely adore you.